Hello everyone, this is Kat, and welcome back to another vlog of what I've been doing in the past few days. And this here is the first level that I'm really designing right now. And before you guys to be like, wow, that's a cool gun, that's actually a free asset that I found, and it's still a placeholder until I actually get to make my own. Uh, most of these props right here are actually free assets from the asset store that you can use for free. The most important thing that I actually did here is the coding of the weapon, which I'm going to get into in a moment. But you might take a moment to like appreciate the dynamic weather plugin that I found here. Found some really nice foliage here as well. Pretty happy with. Of course, all the assets again are pretty much placeholder, but I've been designing a lot of stuff with these, and well, level design is now just a big thing that's going on. Got these fans in the back. Um, got some lights going on. Actually, I still have some lights here as well. Don't know if you guys can see them properly. Maybe through the legs of this thing. I'll actually might be able to do it like this. Yep, there we go. And yeah, I've been doing this level design because I'm making a lot of progress with this project, and since I actually have all of these assets are free, um, I would be like able to actually use these if I were to actually like export a project. I will actually make this project like actual playable for you guys at some point. I plan to make like own your own LAN hosting so you can well host your own matches for against other players. You might even put it like on an online server if you port forward. That kind of stuff. It's one thing that I'm planning to do with this project. I'm not gonna like set up any servers because well I will not be able to sell it because I'm still a student and anything that I make is actually going to be the limiting factor because I'm not allowed to sell anything that I make in the Maya student version. And if I do want to upgrade to the normal Maya version, I would actually have to pay like 2,000 a year, I think, or something. It is. It's quite a ridiculous amount and definitely not an amount I can currently afford. So this project is really just going to be a free to play game that you guys are going to have to host yourself and if you want to do the multiplayer. That's it. Give a second to like appreciate this view right here before we're gonna move on. It is actually harder to watch out when you get closer because of the small details on the window. So like right here is actually the place where you have the most optimal view. But you can still like watch around and watch the corners. Still working on everything here, of course. But alright, we're gonna go through this door. And now about the gun script. That is pretty loud. Sorry if I spooked anyone of you guys there, but this is gonna be my new projectile weapon. And there's one thing that's still in progress. There are a few things that are actually still in progress about it. But this gun is able to shoot anything, and if you give it a few shots, it will actually destroy it. Okay, if don't go down now. Okay, there we go. I want to say, if that thing doesn't destroy right now, I would look very bad. Normal walls here, I do not want them to be destructible. I will actually like very selectively make walls destructible and not destructible. For example, these two right here. And here you guys can see I actually hit the door behind it. I might actually make these two doors destructible so you could actually like go in this part if you like destroy these two walls. Probs do have a lot of health, so again you're gonna need a lot of shots, and at some point there's gonna be reload time and everything to worry about. So you cannot just spam and expect to destroy something. That's it. The only thing that I'm currently still working on is getting the projectile to actually bounce. I already have the trigger of like when it is supposed to bounce, but I actually have to figure out how to actually turn the projectile and make it go the other way. Another issue here is this here. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with this humongous wall because the props I have are only one-sided, and it means that I can actually look through the other side because the other side is not rendered at all. And well, that's gonna be something to worry about later. Might actually just like export the model into Maya, return the normals around, and then export it again so I can just like plop it down that way. But again, that's gonna be a lot of work, so I might just actually just cover up this entire area during the map designing. And I have to say, like, I've been toying around a bit too much into the details. For example, these here, these vents that were at the side here, they have been aligned pixel perfect at 1/10 of a uh distance unit. I wanted to be them have them be that perfect. So yeah, I wasted a lot of time here. And yeah, that kind of shows in that this is how far I've gotten in about 4, 5 hours. Yeah, work is not that fast on this project, but well, that's actually just a map design, honestly. And it's also just like figuring out what actually goes where. For example, this part right here, I had no idea what part was supposed to go where, and I had to figure that all out on my own. Because there's actually no real documentation on these props, so I had to figure it out on my own. So yeah, the model here is actually a model from Hawken, game that I used to play. You cannot actually shoot when in third person, which is actually a little bit funny. It does have a jump feature, which I will actually keep in the game, and I will implement some other movement functions, dodging sideways, sprinting, whatever. Those are the main things that I plan on doing. And yeah, this is currently my progress. The game that I made for the platform for a bird is pretty much complete. You should be able to download the newest version on my website, which is as always down below in the description. And this one will be joining it hopefully pretty soon. Um, I will try to actually get my hands on a better character model, which I will be able to animate, and also a better gun, which is one of the biggest priorities for me right now, like getting an actual proper player, because I got all the map assets that I would ever really need, so that's not really gonna be a problem. So yeah, like for a little bit of a reference, I'm just gonna like close this up, and the content here, all these mod skies are pretty much just as stacked as like they're all pretty much just stacked. So this is like the props for each of them. So that will be times 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, times 8. Just that amount of different assets, and I just have to figure out what all of them are supposed to be doing. Because I mean, I'm just gonna grab this. Okay, these are just wires, but I had no idea these were wires, and I've I have no idea where they're supposed to gonna be fitting, because a lot of these props actually fit into each other, which is actually really cool. For example, like this one right here, and this one, and the actual wall itself are connected. This pipe is supposed to go in there, and like I could move it in comparison, I could move it up, but I kind of like it down here. Stuff like that. I just have to figure out what the hell goes where, and that's where I wasted most of my time. Well, you might actually notice something different on the recording and etc. This is actually recording made on my laptop, not on my computer, so the settings are still default, and probably not as good as the other ones are on my computer. But at the same time, I don't really know what I kind of forgot what I did on the computer settings, because I made the settings different such a long time ago. So I'll apologize if this quality is any higher or lower than it was previously. But that's it. I will actually just wrap things up now. I will actually make another video about this project, hopefully by Sunday. Uh, but knowing me, I will never do anything on time. Oh well. And the main thing But that one is gonna be the official naming of this well project, and like the first PR message about it, because it's actually one of my assignments right now. I actually have to upload something to Twitter. So just a heads up, I will be posting something on Twitter sometime soon, and hopefully like by this Sunday. But we'll make a video about it once I do. And please all check out that video once it happens, just to go up there, because I will get better grades actually if I get more views on it. And yeah, that's it. A little bit of self promotion there. Hope you guys don't mind. And yeah, hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.